We are in the absolute dregs of the dry period here on Dokkan Battle, but at last we've got the teaser. But I'm just gonna call this a reveal for the next character coming to Dokkan Battle. You see here. Oh my God, it's a 7 and an 8. Which characters in Dragon Ball Z are 7 and 8 during the Buu Saga? It's none other than these guys. Wow, look at that. It lines up perfectly. Goten and Trunks, who should be coming to Dokkan Battle in about 4 days if we don't just straight up get their details tomorrow night, probably. I think that's the timing. There are a few things to go over here because I don't want to just leave you with this. But this is going to be a relatively short video just talking about the fact that this is basically a Gotenks reveal. We'll see their details and information in probably a day and a half, maybe 2 days. Yeah, alright. So the first thing to talk about, obviously, is the leader skill, which will probably, or hopefully, be Majin Buu Saga as we have selected here. If it's a Majin Buu Saga, I'll do a quick add just to add them to the list. This Goku should still be usable. Obviously, he's one of the best TURs in the game, so if you have him, you picked him up, great. This Majin Buu is obviously very usable. We've sort of run out of time for the 8 years. Obviously, the only time they are really usable outside of gimmick runs, which I mean you could reload and get them eventually, right? But it's just not going to happen. They're pretty much relegated to being on the Super Saiyan Trio team. This Buu obviously is probably the best TUR in the game now that we have him sort of concluded on his power level, seen the showcases, etc., etc. Great character. Ultimately, though, turning off quick add for a second, we click here, you'll realize that he does have some restrictions, but transformation boost is probably what this Gotenks will have, obviously. I mean, he's a transformation, so probably not too bad. This Gohan is obviously phenomenal. We did a showcase on this Majin Vegeta, and he's not usable outside of his Super Saiyan Trio team, if even that. This Vegito at this point just feels like such a hassle to get into the actual Vegito form. They can still do fine, but what I've found recently is that they are either fusing, or actually, I should say, they're either dying, or by the time they can fuse, like we get into a position to fuse, the run has just ended anyway, we won. So, unfortunate. I'm going to say that this Buu obviously is elite. I said when this Buu came out that this was one of the best villains they would release all year, and he's one of the best villains they released all year. He's amazing. I think it was really obvious that he was going to be better than this Vegito, because his ceiling is really consistent, whereas this Vegito, it's kind of sketchy. If we have more Majin Buu Saga characters, I can't remember if her Easy A had restrictions. I don't think it is. Either way, she wants to be in the first or second slot. She's fine. She's kind of just one of those risky characters to run because she can just straight up die. I probably wouldn't, but if you're thinking about, if you need to fill out a team, certainly you could do worse than Videl, who's just going to dodge for you, hopefully. We go down to here, he's the same exact unit, but alternatively, if we click off of him, you're going to see that he probably links really well with Gotenks'. So this could be one of the, if this Gotenks happens to be a first slot, he could link extraordinarily well with this Gotenks. Say he comes off the rotation, right? So we click here, and then maybe do his transformation here to Super Saiyan 3 and we linking partners. If this happens to be a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, which, I don't know, it could be, right? It could be. I kind of think they should save Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks for an actual major celebration. I think he is good enough. I think seeing the volleyball could be great in a vacuum, but they'll probably just blow their load here and make him Super Saiyan 3 because why not? It's the end of the year. It's a Christmas carnival. If he's good enough, then this sort of goes away anyway. Obviously, this character is going to be receiving an Easy A in 3 days? 2 days? Whatever the case may be. He's going to be receiving an Easy A soon. He looks fine. Well, okay. He looks great. But I've said it before. I'm pretty low on TURs this year. Not that they're bad, just that the LRs are fucking insane. Like, look at this swath of characters, and look at this guy right here. You know, is what it is. Like I said, it looks fine. This might actually be the most consistent character on the list for this team, because every time I run this character, he's phenomenal. The only issue is, it looks like he doesn't share a lot of the links with Gotenks characters. Maybe he shares somewhere in the 4 area, like with this Gogeta, but we'll have to see, obviously. I think as far as teams go, it's a bit over for this Gohan. I just feel like he takes way too much damage at the start of the turn, you know, just start of the game. He just gets clocked really hard, and it can be sort of difficult for these teams to regain a footing. I think one thing that comes from playing with a bunch of these Majin Buu characters is that you sort of forget that not every team has healing like them. You know, all the great teams have healing, certainly, but typically it's restricted to certain turns. This Gohan can take a lot of damage, and it's hard to dig yourself out. This Goku is going to be getting an easy A alongside this Vegeta, and he'll look pretty good. He should be fine on this team. More reason for this to be a Majin Buu Saga leader, 200%. This Buu, I feel like, is kind of done outside of his Majin Buu team. Not because he's bad or anything, just because I don't think he offers much to the team, unless he's specifically getting all of these Majin links up, obviously. This Goku is fine. Oh, not Goku, Gohan, sorry. This Gohan is fine. I think he has the issue that he wants to be very specifically ran beside other Gohans to get his links up. Think like this, 6 links here, 5 links here. This is very funny that this is 5 links, but, you know, go off, I guess. 4 right here, Jiren right here. Such an odd link set, man. I think if there's one thing I would ask for Gohan units is that they standardize some of their link sets a bit more. Gohan feels like Cell, where in theory you're like, oh man, I'm gonna bring Cell out, and then it's like, who links with him? You know what I mean? So, and I think that's it for the Majin Buu saga. So a great swath of characters. I mean, look at this team. This is Gotenks, 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 characters interchangeably allowed on that team, not counting any of the Majin Buus. And then obviously you could work in some Buus, if you will, if you wanted to make more of a Gotenks, maybe it's like a floating unit. We don't know what he is. We don't know what they're going to try to go with. Typically they make fusions pretty strong, so they usually want to make fusions of stars. Even Gogeta, who came out for Anniversary, is pretty star-like, you know what I mean? Even in his rainbow orb changing and dodging and like floating off, when he hits the rotation, he's very powerful, very explosive. So I imagine Gotenks will be pretty similar. I guess we can look at what other things he could lead, taking a look at this one. Category-wise, it doesn't make much sense for him to lead anything else here. Final trump card we got, a few years ago for Anniversary. Special pose we already did. Transformation boost we've done just recently. Saviors is so scary. Earthbred Fighters could be interesting. Obviously, Earthbred Fighters is a category that is bound to get a ton of love eventually. I guess we go here and take a look at who is in this for his team if he was only on Earthbred. Wow, Earthbred Fighter is kind of dire, right? So I guess we get him. He's boosted. This unit's obviously good. This future Gohan is actually really good. Future Gohan's a great floater. Obviously Gotenks himself. Obviously the boys. This would be pretty sketchy, as I've said before. No way we're running these Piccolos. Wow. Bulma's good. Bulma actually... Is Bulma even good outside of that team with all that support floating around, the trio? We'll add her here. Yeah, it looks way more dire. I just don't think they could do it. Like, I don't know how you make it a functional team with this list of characters as we have now. We're still waiting on so many easy A's. Like, imagine, Earthbred Fighters right here, Namek. Imagine if this is like if we were allowed to like easy this character right here, it'd be so cool. I guess, Namek Saga with these two, that'd be pretty funny to just kind of throw the run. Yeah, I don't see it. No way we get an Earthbred here. It'd be super weird. Well, could pop them on. Okay, that kind of changes things, right? So maybe it looks something like... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it. I guess Earthbred Fighters is in a much better position than I thought. It's just some of these, once you start going like only one support, future Gohan, we're like, I don't know about that, but Yeah, not bad. I guess Earthbred Fighters could get a lead here, and we not suffer that much. Yeah, we'll throw Super Trunks on there, our GOAT. Alright. And the last thing I'll just say is, yeah, I'm probably right. I think this all but confirms what I was saying in the previous video, which is that we will be seeing Vegito for Anniversary, but not only Vegito, we will be seeing a Super Vegito, a Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, rather, not Super Vegito. Maybe Super Vegito. Truth made a video a few days ago, one day ago, talking about the fact that we'll probably be seeing 4 fusions, or it would be the most hype thing ever if it was 4 fusions for Anniversary. I disagree. Not because I don't think fusions are hype, I just think that when you limit yourself on teams to specific characters like that, the game gets very homogenized, gets very stale very quickly. There's nothing wrong with liking fusions. Fusions are hype. I like fusions. We all do. It's Dragon Ball. But I think 4 of them is very troublesome for a meta where characters need to be on teams, and the 10th anniversary will probably be killing characters. So, but yeah, this makes me feel like Blue Vegito's coming, because the worst case scenario for this prediction was that Super Vegito came right now. Because Super Vegito came right now, it probably meant that they weren't going back to the well, and that the previous hint meant something else, essentially. I think this means that not only will Super Vegito be in 10th anniversary, but Super Saiyan Blue Vegito will be in 10th anniversary, and we'll probably be getting a total sync 10th anniversary fusion theme, I'd imagine. Which is dark days if you like using other characters, but probably pretty good days if you just love some hype fusions, man. I'm not gonna hate on you. Yeah. With all that being said, I've been alone. Subscribe to Jonas Club. We all gonna make it. I'm gonna go back to playing PoE 2. Peace.